Hello guys, it's F.A.D here and welcome to another album CD collection video. Now it's been a while since I've last done one of these, so of course since then I've got a bunch of new CDs and stuff, so it's about time that I updated my collection a bit. So that's what this video is going to be. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm gonna try my best to go over every single album as quick as possible. Like maybe say something like short about each CD. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get this over and done with as quick as I can because I don't want it to drag out for like half an hour or something. God, that would be terrible. But I'm not making any promises. I'm gonna do my best. But who knows what's gonna happen. So you guys know how long the video is right now, so you tell me if I succeeded or not. But yeah, without any more further ado, let's get started. Now, the order I have my albums in, it's always been the same. The artists, the name of the artists are in alphabetical order. And then if I've got more than one CD from a certain artist, then the CDs I have from them are in the order that they were released in. So yeah. Now let's get started with the first album, which is 3 Doors Down, Greatest Hits. You know, it's a decent band, but I'm not really a huge fan or anything. That's why I just got their Greatest Hits album, because it has all of their best songs, basically. Yeah, decent band. Next album, AC/DC, Back in Black, classic rock CD right there. Creed, Human Clay. A lot of people tend to hate on Creed, but I always like them, and well, this is a pretty damn good album. I mean, it's got some of their biggest hits, like With Arms Wide Open and Higher. God, it's been a while since I've listened to it. And then after that, we got another Creed album, Weathered. Now, this is my favorite Creed album. I just really love it, like all over it, like every single song. It's all good. Very good album. After that, we move on to Daughtry, self-titled album. Of course, Chris Daughtry, the guy who was on American Idol back in the day. After he got kicked off, he just started his own band, and boom, this is what became of it. And well, it is a pretty good CD. After that, we got Disturbed, The Sickness. This is a kick-ass album. I really like Disturbed. I really want to get more of their albums, but this one is definitely amazing. I just love to jam out to this one. Just makes me go crazy. After that, we got Good Times, Bad Times, 10 Years of Godsmack. So basically, the greatest hits of Godsmack CD. It has all their singles and stuff like that. And it's a very good album. I mean, Godsmack, I do like their stuff, but I'm just like with 3 Doors Down, I'm not really like a super huge fan or anything. So I thought that getting their greatest hits album would be the best idea, and well, it has paid off. I mean, I really do like listening to this from time to time. It has some very kick-ass tunes on it. After that, we got Green Day, American Idiot. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of like punk rock, you know, pop punk, all that kind of stuff, but this album I really do like. It's special, you know, it's this rock opera, right? And it's unlike anything else, and it does have some great tunes on it. Even though, like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of like punk rock and stuff like that. This is definitely one of the exceptions. I mean, it's just like a classic album, really, one of the best albums of the 2000s, right? After that, we got a truly classic album, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. I bought this on my trip to England, not this year, but last year. And oh my god, it's just a kick-ass album, of course. It's Guns N' Roses' debut, their best album, of course. I mean, Welcome to the Jungle, bro, Paradise City, Sweet Child of Mine, so many classics on this one. This is just, I mean, Guns N' Roses, man. They used to be so kick-ass back in the day, man. And it's nice to see that the band is kind of, you know, getting back together, touring and stuff like that with Slash and not just Axl Rose, you know, how it used to be back a few years back. But after that, we move to Hinder, Extreme Behavior, you know, their debut album. No, I like it. It's not really anything amazing. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a good rock record that I really enjoy listening to. No? And after that, we got another Hinder album, All American Nightmare. I think I do prefer this one a little bit. But yeah, both of them are good records. No, Hinder they're not really like up there with some of my favorite bands, but I do like their music. Too bad that they got rid of Austin. He was definitely a much better vocalist than the one they have now. After that we got Polish band Ira. We got their CD My, which I got when I went to their concert. I had VIP tickets for it, and they just handed these out to all the VIP ticket holders, which was awesome. Also went to the after party, got pictures with some of the bandmates, stuff like that. So they are a Polish band, so most of you guys probably don't even know who they are, but they're a good band. After that we got Linkin Park, the classic debut album from them, Hybrid Theory. Of course, we all know what happened a few weeks back. Chester Bennington, rest in peace, man. Linkin Park were a huge part of my life. I mean, they just, their music has helped many people out there, many like teenagers, stuff like that, And it's just so sad to see the man go. I mean, it was one of my biggest idols and stuff. But yeah, Linkin Park, especially their earlier work, I was a huge fan of. But yeah, just so sad to see a talented artist, just leave us like that, And then after that we got the follow-up album to Hybrid Theory, of course, Meteora, again, another great record, this one. It's just so sad, man, it's just so sad, But yeah, his legacy will definitely live on forever. But yeah, moving on from that little sad moment, we move on to Megadeth, Rust in Peace. Of course, Megadeth, probably, most people consider this Megadeth's best album. I mean, not everyone, I mean, some people say that Peace Sells is better, stuff like that, but for me, this is definitely their best record. It's just a great album all around, basically, a nice, fresh record, And I'm a big fan of it. Of course, classic, Dave Mustaine in its prime. And after that, you got another Megadeth album, Countdown to Extinction. I prefer Rust in Peace, but this is also a very damn good record. But yeah, moving on from Megadeth, we continue into their biggest rivals, Metallica, with their album Master of Puppets. Now, this is of course a very, very big record. Of course, one of the Metallica's best. I mean, some people prefer Ride the Lightning and stuff, but overall, the general opinion is that this is Metallica's trademark album. And it's great. I mean, it's got, of course, the title track is amazing. It starts out with Battery. It has songs like Disposable Heroes, Welcome Home Sanitarium. It's just a great overall record, But yeah, after that, we got their Metallica's most successful album, their self-titled one, of course, also known as the Black Album. So yeah, I mean, this was the second Metallica album I bought. Well, I'll get into that later. But yeah, it's just a great classic record. So many great tunes. I mean, concert staples. I mean, you got Enter Sandman, Said But True, Nothing Else Matters. Just so many classic songs on here. Great album. Okay. After that, we got Metallica's Load. Now, I recently did a review on this one. But yeah, misunderstood album. People just tend to hate it because it's different. But I really do like this one. It's a very good record. And same with this one, Reload. Just same as with Load. I mean, just because it's different does not mean it's bad. This is a very good album, in my opinion. Has some very, very underrated tracks on it. And then the final Metallica album I own, Saint Anger. Oh yeah. Now this was my very first Metallica album, and people might say, oh my god, it sucks, it's a piece of shit. But no, this album is kick-ass. I don't care what anyone says. Saint Anger is not a bad album. Just please understand. It's okay. But yeah, moving on from Metallica, we got, of course, Nickelback with their debut album, Curb. Now, of course, I reviewed every single Nickelback album on the channel already, so I'll just kind of go over these quickly. After that, you got The State, a good improvement over their debut. Definitely a very good record. Not my favorite, but has some sweet songs on there. Of course, after that, you got Nickelback, the original album series, which has their following 5 albums. Of course, let me just quickly go through them. Of course, Silver Side Up. Silver Side Up, great album, the one which really put them on the map. After that, you got The Long Road, which is my favorite Nickelback album. After that, All the Right Reasons, which was a little bit of a step back, but it's still a decent record. And then Dark Horse, which I think was again an improvement over All the Right Reasons. I really do like this one. It's just very upbeat, pretty energetic. And Here and Now, which was a little bit of a letdown because, it's just wasn't really all that special of an album. Really, it kind of felt rushed, and like there weren't really too many highlights. It was kind of bland, and yeah, it's just, you know, it was not my favorite, but it had some good moments here and there. But after that, you got Nickelback's No Fixed Address, which was even worse. I mean, this is definitely my least favorite Nickelback album. I mean, it's got some good stuff. Sorry, it's got some good stuff on it, but it's definitely their worst record. I mean, it's just way too poppy. It sounds like Maroon 5. Yeah, it's just definitely not my favorite, definitely. And then you got Nickelback's newest album, Feed the Machine, of course, which I'm a big fan of. It's definitely a nice return to form for the band. Good job, Nickelback. I'm not screwing it up for the third time in a row. You know, third time lucky. And yeah, it's a very good album. Really happy that the band is back to making half decent music again, you know. But yeah, that is the Nickelback discography right there. Moving on, we got Nirvana, self-titled, basically their greatest hits CD. It's got all their hits and stuff like that, and also features the previously unreleased "You Know You're Right," which is actually one of my favorite Nirvana songs. So yeah, very happy with that one. Very good album, of course. Nirvana, one of the biggest bands in the world back in the day. Great record. And then we move on to Papa Roach. Now, fun fact, I'm actually going to be seeing them live in about a month. I am so excited. Papa Roach are one of my favorite all-time bands. I've listened to them for ages. Like, I think I started listening to them like when I was like 8 years old or something. I was listening to songs like Getting Away with Murder and shit. But yeah, Papa Roach, can't wait to see them live. This is their the album that really made them big, of course, Infest. I'm sorry if this light is annoying. Wait, I'll actually just... Alright, that's much better now. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, Papa Roach, Infest, the album that really made them big. Very good record, you know, back when they were like a truly nu metal band. You know, all the people tend to hate on nu metal, but I'm actually a big fan of it. And Infest is definitely a great record. I mean, songs like Last Resort, Broken Home, and one of my personal favorites is Between Angels and Insects. I really do love that one. And after that, you got Love, Hate, Tragedy. I mean, look at that cover. Isn't it sweet? But yeah, another great record from Papa Roach, of course. She Loves Me Not, great song. And yeah, again, just a very good follow-up to Infest. And then you got Getting Away with Murder, which is probably my favorite P. Roach record. I really love this one. I mean, it has the title track, which was the very first Papa Roach song I've ever heard. It's just, because of that, it will always have a special place in my heart, just because of that. Also, more great songs like Scars, and what I really like about this album is it just doesn't let up. All the way throughout, it's a great record. I really love it. And after that, you got the Paramore Sessions, which was the last album to have Dave Buckner on the drums. Again, great record. A little bit of a step down from Getting Away with Murder, but that's not necessarily a really bad thing. I mean, Getting Away with Murder was just such a great album that it's understandable this one didn't quite match up to it. It's still a very good record, though. It's got some great songs on here, like No More Secrets, Forever, To Be Loved, I Devise My Own Demise. Just a great album. After that, you got Papa Roach Metamorphosis, which was the first Papa Roach album that I bought, like in CD form. I remember getting it for my birthday. I believe it was my 14th birthday, I think so, yeah. So I got it for my 14th birthday, and it's a very good record, though. Over the time, like as the time went by, I kind of got a little bit old, maybe because I've listened to it so much. But it definitely has some great songs on it. It definitely starts out very well with songs like Hollywood Whore, and I Almost Told You That I Loved You. Then you got Lifeline. Overall, it's a very strong record. I think I actually prefer that one over the Paramore Sessions. And then you got my last Papa Roach album, which is Fear, Face Everything in the Rise, whatever you want to call it. Great album, really. It's an amazing record. Like, honestly, I don't think there's a single song that I don't like on here. I really love it. I really do want to get The Connection and Crooked Teeth, which is their newest record. I really do want to get those one as soon as I can. But right now, those are all my Papa Roach albums. And yeah, just love every single one of them. Papa Roach, can't wait to see them in concert. Let's see how long. Oh my god, we're already 15 minutes in. Okay, come on, let's hurry up a bit. Okay, after that, okay, let's pick up the pace. Puddle of Mud, Come Clean, I mean, it's a decent record, I guess. Nothing really special. It's got a few decent songs on it. Not really the biggest Puddle of Mud fan. I mean, just look at where the band is like right now. I mean, Wes Scantlin, what happened to you, man? But that was their most successful album, and I guess it's a decent enough record. Then you got Rage Against the Machine live at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. I just had to read that because I don't actually know this by heart. But yeah, just live CD. Oh my god, sorry. The cough is getting bad. Come on, I better finish this up quick. But yeah, Rage Against the Machine, just a live CD. You know, I'm not really the biggest Rage fan, but they do have some kick-ass songs. So yeah, it's a good album. Not really the biggest fan of live CDs. I actually got that one by accident. I didn't know it was a live CD. Yeah, embarrassing. But yeah, what can you do, right? So I got that one, and it's okay. I mean, like I said, not really a huge fan of like live albums, but okay, for what it is, it's all right. Oh, and after that, we got Cedar, their greatest hits collection. It's 2002 to 2013, so it's got all their songs from that period. And Cedar is actually another band which I'm going to be seeing in concert. Like a few days before I see Papa Roach, I'm going to see Cedar. So I'm also very excited to see them. I'm not really, of course, Papa Roach are like up there with some of my super like all-time favorites. But Cedar is also a very good band that I really do like. There are a lot of great songs on here. Of course, they're hits. Really do like a lot of their music. And after that, and I also have their most recent album, which only came out a couple of months ago, Poison the Parish. Now this is definitely a great record. Definitely one of my favorites of this year. It just has amazing songs all over the board. Basically, really do like this one, Poison the Parish. My favorite songs. I mean, I can't even choose. I mean, there's so many good ones like Let You Down, which was the lead single. Also really like Nothing Left, Count Me Out, I'll Survive was a good one, Something Else, and also the first track, Stoke the Fire. Basically what I'm trying to say is that is a very damn good record. But moving on, we got Shinedown, The Sound of Madness. Oh yeah, this is just a very good record. It's basically a modern classic. I mean, released in like 2010. Wait, no. Let's not get this wrong right now. I'm pretty sure, when was this released? 2008, okay, I almost completely messed it up. This was released in 2008, and it's just a great record. It's got so many kick-ass songs on it, like, of course, the title track, also, let me just check. Cry for Help is a good one, Cyanide, Sweet Tooth Suicide, Sin with a Grin, but also has some very good slower songs, like Second Chance, The Crow and the Butterfly, If You Only Knew, and What a Shame, that was also a very good one. So overall, very good rock record right there. And then we move on to one of my favorite bands again, Slipknot, with their self-titled album. Now this is like, for many people this is their best album. It's not my favorite, but bro, this is definitely a good one. I mean, this is when they were like young and, you know, just they were young and fresh, and they just came out into the scene, and they just became big in an instant. I mean, God, like, Slipknot, man. I mean, like, I mean, a lot of people, like, I remember, tend to make fun of me because I like Slipknot, like, oh my god, you actually, like, they're like, you actually like that? And like, but Slipknot isn't even that bad. I mean, god, you got so many, like, more hardcore, you got so much more hardcore stuff out there. I mean, Slipknot really isn't all that, all that crazy, but they're definitely one of my favorite bands. After that, you got Iowa, which was an even darker album than the self-titled one. I do think I prefer self-titled a bit, but this is still a great record. It has some amazing tracks on it. Many classics, of course, like Left Behind, and let me just check quickly. Goddamn Disaster Piece, People Equals Shit, of course. I mean, what more can I say, right? And then you got Slipknot's Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses, another great album. Really big fan of this one. This one has many fan favorites like Duality, Vermilion, and Before I Forget, which actually won them a Grammy. And then you move on to my favorite Slipknot album, of course, shocker, because a lot of people tend to have this one at the bottom of their lists. All Hope Is Gone. I don't know what it is. I just like albums which most people tend to like dislike. I don't know what it is, but this is my favorite Slipknot album, probably because when I started getting into Slipknot, like, a lot of the songs that I really started to like are like on this record. Like, you got songs like Sulfur, Psychosocial, Dead Memories, like all those songs where I just loved those songs so much back in the day when I first started getting into Slipknot, and they're still great tracks, like definitely some of their best in their entire discography. So All Hope Is Gone, I don't care what anyone says, that's definitely my favorite Slipknot album. Also has the song Snuff, which is just a huge surprise for a band like them, you know. And then we finish off with their most recent album, which is of course 5, The Grey Chapter. Of course, that's a tribute to Paul Gray, who died. Of course, he was their bass player, very sad. But this is a very good record. I mean, not really my favorite, but it has some great songs on here. I bought this a few months back on a trip to England with school, and I really don't regret it. I mean, there's so many great songs on here. The Devil and I, and Coster, man, Coster's kick-ass. Coster is definitely my favorite track on here. But yeah, those were all the Slipknot albums. Now continuing with Stained, Break the Cycle. Very good album, really big fan. Just a post-grunge classic, you know. Too bad that Stained aren't together anymore. They were a very good band, man. Got some like deep songs and stuff, but okay, moving on. We got Corey Taylor's side project, Stone Sour, with their album Come Whatever May. Now this is a very good record, just a good overall album, you know. Not really anything bad I can say about it. I mean, some of my favorite tracks have to be Made of Scars and 30 30 150. And of course, I also really liked Through Glass. Of course, which is a little bit of a ballad and stuff, but it's a very good song. It's just so nice, you know. It was so weird back in the day when I first got into Stone Sour to see what Corey Taylor was doing like outside of Slipknot, you know. It's just, oh, it's so much different in style. I mean, there are some like heavy tracks that they do which kind of resemble what Slipknot does, but I mean, it's definitely a completely different band in its style, you know. But after that, you got System of a Down, Toxicity. Of course, the classic album. I mean, System of a Down, man. Is there really anybody who does not like System of a Down? Like, I mean, everybody likes them. They're a great band, and this is, in my opinion, their best album. It's got so many great songs. Like, I mean, of course, Chop Suey. I mean, who does not know that? Of course, the title track. And also so many others. Just many great, like, little tracks here and there, everywhere, man. Overall, it's just a great record. And then we move on to Fury of a Dead Man with their self-titled debut. This is of course, many people compare Fury of a Dead Man to Nickelback, and of course that's very evident on this debut album because it was like Chad Kroeger from Nickelback wrote a lot of the songs on here, like co-wrote. He didn't just write everything, like he co-wrote like all of the songs on here and stuff like that, but it is actually a very good album. Like, I really am a big fan. Definitely one of my favorite Fury of a Dead Man records. I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to be doing on their new one. Of course, they're releasing a new album pretty damn soon. So, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to be doing. Especially after the last album, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. Next album is Fury of a Dead Man's Scars and Souvenirs, which is probably my favorite album from them. I know, it's just a great overall record. This was their most successful one, and it's just got so many great songs. I mean, By the Way, So Happy, Not Meant to Be, All or Nothing, Crutch, Bad Girlfriend. I mean, just like Little Smirk, so many great tracks on here. It even ends amazingly with Sacrifice, such an underrated track. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite Fury album. And then after that, you also got their for now, newest album. Of course, they are releasing a new one soon, but for now this is their most recent one, Savages. Now, I am a very big fan of this one. This was definitely a little bit of a change in direction for the band, as this is definitely a little bit more of a heavy record than anything else that they've done before. Like, normally they just wrote songs about girls and breakups and stuff like that, but here they definitely did change that a little bit. They've got songs like Savages, Misery of Mankind, Heavy, Panic Room, stuff like that, you know. It's definitely a much more heavy album, and I really do like it for that. And yeah, like I said, very excited for the new record coming out this year. We are getting very close to half an hour. I am probably not going to be able to keep this under. God damn it. Okay, let's continue. 3 Days Grace, their self-titled debut. Yeah, it is their debut. But yeah, this is, I don't know. it's difficult. Like, this is, I definitely do love this album, but I don't know if it's my favorite 3 Days Grace album. But I definitely am a big fan of this one. It's got so many great songs, like I Hate Everything About You, Just Like You, Burn, God, what was the name of the other? Scared. Goddamn, I just have to read it. I'm sorry. Also, like songs like Wake Up and Overrated, Take Me Under. Just a great album all around. Like, I really am a huge fan of 3 Days Grace. Like, back in the day when they had Adam Gontier as their singer, oh, they were so amazing. I still do like their new stuff with the new singer too, but nothing is gonna beat Adam Gontier. I mean, come on, he had such a great voice, man. Such a great front man. But yeah, after that you got the follow-up to their debut, which is 1X. Now, I think this is probably my favorite album from 3 Days Grace. As much as I loved their self-titled one, this is just on a whole nother level. I mean, you got so many amazing tracks. Animal I Have Become, Never Too Late, Pain, It's All Over, Time of Dying, Gone Forever, Over and Over. Just so many amazing tracks on that one. Great album. 3 Days Grace. And we're not done with them yet. Boom, another record. Life Starts Now. Come on, goddamn light. God damn it. We're nearing the end, guys, don't worry. My Life Starts Now. Out of the 3 records that I own, of course, this is probably my least favorite, but it's still a very good album. Like, I really do love a lot of the stuff on here. Like, Bitter Taste, Break, The Good Life, Last to Know, Bully, Going Down, man. While it is my least favorite 3 Days Grace album of the ones I own, it's definitely still a very good record. You know? But yeah, those were my 3 Days Grace albums, and now we are moving on to something a little bit more old school with Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Oh yeah, this is a classic 1980s rock album, of course. Twisted Sister, I mean, do you really call them a hair metal band? I mean, they did dress up kind of ridiculous, but I mean, I don't know. Twisted Sister are one of my favorite bands of all time. They're one of the first bands I ever really got into. Like you know what? I'll get to that on the next album I'll cover. But yeah, this is a very good album. It's got some great tracks on it overall. But as good as it may be, I definitely do prefer this one. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. Now this is a great album. I mean, come on. This, I mean, just look at the cover, man. You got Dee Snider, man, with just with his crazy face and outfit. Like, this is such a great album. This is a true classic right here. Songs like Stay Hungry, We're Not Gonna Take It, The Price, which is such a beautiful ballad. And then you also got I Wanna Rock, which is this song, which, oh my god, like that song, I have so many memories with it, man. It's such a nostalgic song for me. I remember just listening to it whenever I was little. And just Twisted Sister, man, they will forever be in my heart. One of my favorite ever bands, man. It's so sad that they kind of, you know, dropped off the map a little bit, like, especially after this record. And I'm pretty sure that they actually, like, definitely, like, stopped now, I think, because, of course, their drummer died and stuff like that. So it's kind of sad to see, you know, one of my childhood bands and stuff just kind of fade away like that, but it just happens, you know. But yeah, Twisted Sister, love them, man. Love Twisted Sister. And then finishing off my album collection, we got another Polish band, which is actually probably something you guys definitely don't know. Vincent. This is their album Aura. Now this is actually a band which is not really like well known or anything, but my mom actually knows like the singer and stuff personally and stuff and things like that. So they just send us their albums and stuff, and they are very good. This is their next album, Infinity, which is also a very good one. They are very underground. But actually, now that I remember, I actually forgot about one album. I'm sorry about this. Oh, and I'm back. Okay. This is the last album. Okay, it should have... I know it doesn't make sense with the alphabetical order, but this is basically Lady Punk. This is like a greatest hits CD, you could call it. I guess it has a bunch of their best songs and stuff, you know, volume 1. And this is my mother's favorite band. Yeah, this is my mother's favorite band, and that's why I got this CD. You know, she goes crazy over these guys, man. My mom really digs this band right here, man. Classic guys, very well known in Poland. But yeah, that's it. That's my CD collection. God, okay. God, I mean, I tried to make this video a little bit shorter, but God, you just can't do it. I mean, this is quite a collection right here. I mean, It's there's quite a lot of albums here, so of course there's just no way to make this video really like anything too short, right? So it was just bound to go on for like a longer period of time, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys were able to sit through it with me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Basically, tell me in the comments below what you guys think of my collection, you know, whatever. And yeah, and also, by the way, this is the last video I'm making before school starts again. So from now on, it's gonna be very difficult for me to really find time to really upload anything. So I'm sorry, school is coming back, and yeah, it sucks, I know, but it's just how it's gotta be. So keep that in mind for like the next couple of days, weeks, whatever it is, man. But yeah, my name is F.A.D. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye!